Then our conference 116 is coming up soon. How many of us are excited about conference 116? The way you know, some people when they get excited, you don't see that. Oh, I'm excited. Are you sure? Amen. But I want to talk to you about creating opportunities for people to be saved. Creating opportunities for people to get saved. Now, opportunity is very important. Hello? Opportunity is very important. Isn't that why you want to go to America, Canada, UK, Sweden, Germany, Germano, Holland, Norway, even Pakistan, Korea. Korea's got a lot of opportunities. In fact, right now, the new money is the Korean money. That's the new money. If you travel now, one of the things you see is that, those days when we started traveling, I started traveling when I was 18, and I'm 44 next week. Yeah, well, it's nothing to be proud of. Yeah, it's nothing to be proud of. Even goats grow. But they don't get too much more. Yeah, so it's nothing. It's about what you do with your age. Now, I'm not one who thinks, because you are growing, you can grow and not be wise. I know some people have grown, they are stupid. Somebody said, when they were growing up, they used to say, the young and foolish. And these young and foolish people are the ones who have grown. And they are now your fathers. And the foolishness has not gone. So what are they doing with it? Anyways. But that's why you want to travel. But those days when we used to travel, the bulk of the crowd you see in your travels, when we started traveling in those days, and I was 18, so you can imagine I'm a veteran in the field. I'm a veteran, in the field. And those days, when you go, the more people you see are Americans. And you see more British. More Americans, more British people. That's more Europeans. But now the travel demographics have changed. You see more Koreans. And the new rich Chinese. Then the new rich Indians. Those guys, that's the new money. That's the new money. So the white man is mad. The white man is mad. Because they used to be the only ones who get the money. Now, the Chinese are getting money. The Indians are getting money. Koreans are getting money. So it makes the white man mad. But there's coming a revolution of a new group of black men and women. We're going to be the last group, but we're going to get that money too. I'm telling you, it's taking us a while, but we're going to be, because we were the first to get money. Do you know that? Yeah. From Mansa Musa we were the first, the Egyptian empire, most people would like to tell you, I'm going a little off tangent here, but most people like to tell you, a black man became later on and blah, blah. No. Civilization came from us. And then when they do Egyptian movies, they'll do white men as Egyptians. The Ethiopians and the Egyptians, they were running things. And it's going to come in full circle. It is. I'm telling you, it's going to come in full circle. The only thing that I pray is that it will come in our generation. But it's going to come in full circle. And even if it don't come in our generation, some of us will lay the blueprint for it. Hello? Hi. Are you here? Yeah. But that's another story for it. You don't want me to preach on African emancipation. But you want to travel because of opportunity. Huh? And people travel. I was on Qatar Airlines. I was going to Singapore, and I was at the airport, and then I met one young guy, and he said, "Okay." I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going to Uzbekistan." I said, "Uzbekistan?" Now I swear. So my mother lives there. She's been a nurse there for 15 years, and I'm going to join them. Hey, Ghana for baby. So people are looking for opportunity. Opportunity to work, opportunity to exhibit their talent. People will go where there's opportunity. Tiara. People will go where there's opportunity. And the first person to create an opportunity was God. He created this world and gave human beings the opportunity to live in it and flourish. Hello? So any good government is not a government that does things for people. It's a government that creates opportunities that people will take advantage of. Can take advantage of. Any good government creates opportunity where people can take advantage of. So we know you're a bad government when you are not creating opportunities for people to be able to take advantage of. That's always a sign of a bad government. So when you vote for people who can create more opportunities for the people in that nation to flourish. That's why we vote. Some people, by the time they finish ruling the nation, they've shut every opportunity. There's no opportunity for anyone to do anything. Yes. Or the opportunity is only created for family and friends. But we believe in God for a leader that will create opportunities. Opportunities. And so, for example, you as a person, one of the things that you should always be seeking to do is creating opportunities for people to flourish, people to do well. Hello? One of the ways you can do that is to learn how to share your food. Rice and stew and hello? Yeah, some of you are like that. So. So it just tells me that if God blesses you and gives you an opportunity, you close the door so that nobody has that opportunity. One of the worst people, if anyone who's worked outside will tell you, one of the worst people to recommend is Ghanaians. If you're a Ghanaian, you are working, so don't recommend another Ghanaian. Huh? She said, why? Huh? Don't recommend another Ghanaian. She's asking why. She will come in and shut the door of opportunity on you and everyone else who is going. Huh? One of my friends, he's an engineer. He was working in a corporation in Virginia. Then he met a Ghanaian friend who he went to KNUST with, came, and he also went to do his master's, finished. And he thought, you know what, this guy was my friend in school. Let me give him a recommendation that, there's a job here. And so he gave me a recommendation, told his boss, and all that. And then they took him in the job. When he got to the job, you know, Ghana for war. Is somebody here? When he got to the job, then he started pinning the guy. He became friends with his boss. They said, do you know this guy does this? He takes company staff to do this. He does. And then they found the guy out and they kicked him out of the workplace. And I can give you several stories. No. Some people are opportunity closers. Bunsam. The devil is their mother, their grandmother. They close opportunities for people. Yeah. No, I'm telling you. And I pray that you are not like that here. I pray you are not that kind of girl. You are not that kind of guy. Then you want God to bless you. Bless you. You. Opportunity closer. Bless you. No, because most Ghanaians, they want to say, what's your name, sir? Mark? Mike. Most Ghanaians, they want to say, I'm the only Ghanaian who is here. You know, this whole company, you know, I'm the only Ghanaian who they pick me up. It's not a testimony. Huh? It's not a testimony. They want to, yeah, you know what? You know, this whole, the whole of Microsoft. I am the only Ghanaian who works at Microsoft. I have a friend who works at Microsoft. When he wanted to work, he found another Ghanaian. And he was looking for a way to work in Microsoft. Found another Ghanaian. Hey, the Ghanaians said, oh, they are not hiring again. There's no space. There's no space here. They are not hiring again. Hey, forget it. You can't come here. Blah, 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 blah. So he closed his mind. Then Yamin Chad one day was doing his master's. And one day he met Bill Gates' assistant, personal assistant. Because the school that he was studying at, Bill Gates' assistant, that's her alma mater. So he met her and she gave him his number. And then the rest is history. He works at Microsoft now. If people close the opportunity, God will open another one for you. In the name of Jesus. But opportunity is very important. And one of the greatest opportunities, can I talk to somebody? One of the greatest opportunities, in fact, one of the things when you pray, you must always pray, Father, give me the opportunity to serve you, the opportunity, give me the opportunity, because look, you can be as smart as anything. If God does not open an opportunity for you, I'm telling you, you will die in your smartness. You will die in your smartness. I know some people that some favor that is on them, sir. Some favor that's the kind of opportunities that open for them. You're like, hey, this guy. Today you see him, he's working with this. Tomorrow you see him, he's with, this guy, opportunities that open for him. One of my daughters, you know, my spiritual daughters, you know, the kind of opportunities that open for this girl is crazy. Like big guys in Ghana, I won't mention names. See, you know, I just like her. Come. I'll give you a job. I'll give you concession to do this. I'll give you this. So she's making money every day, making money. Another spiritual daughter of mine, she walked to one person. She was looking for a job. She walked to one person who, I won't mention this person's name too. The household name in Ghana. Walked to him, said, sir, I'm looking, I want a job. Said, she went to a prayer meeting. And after the prayer meeting, the person came for the prayer meeting. Then he walked to him and said, sir, you know, in Accra, he walked in and said, sir, I'm looking for a job. Said, okay, take my number. Text me. And then she also took his number. So they exchanged numbers. And then after they exchanged numbers, he was she was there, and then she said, "Let me text him." So he texted him, and he replied, and he said, "Okay, come and see me in my office." So she went and saw him in his office, and then he made one call to a particular, I don't want to mention also where, a particular very important is, because yes, these names are very household names, so I have to be careful. Into a particular institute in Ghana. He said, "Go there. The head there, I've talked to him to give you a job." So she goes there. And then wait, I haven't finished. She goes there, and then they give her a job. Then after they gave her a job, she told me that she said, "I need to thank this man," right? And he found out that the man, but don't do this at home. What I'm about to say, don't do it. I'm just, he found out that the man, he likes champagne. Yeah. She's supporting his alcoholism. So she bought some champagne and then went and thanked him. Said, "Thank you very much." And the man said, "You know what? I've given many people opportunities. None of them ever came back to say thank you." Because some of you are very ungrateful. You are very ungrateful. What is killing you is your ingratitude. This generation, the ungratefulness in this generation is amazing. It's amazing. I've sat on people's marriages where I was talking to, and the girl said he's mad. She was mad at her husband because her husband bought her a pickup and he bought himself a Benz. So he doesn't respect her. When you be, it's serious. Ladies, can I tell you something? Do you know what's killing girls today? Ingratitude. What's killing girls today is ingratitude. If you give a girl small thing, is this what you are giving me? I deserve. You don't deserve anything. If you think you deserve something, go and work for it. Go and work for it. Nonsense. What do you mean? No, but if you know how to receive gifts, God will open more opportunities for you, more and more opportunities, more doors. So she went to give him the gift, and she said, "Nobody has come." So then she looked at her and said, "So how do you commune from work from house to work? Where do you live?" "So I live at Lakeside in Accra. I live at Lakeside." Say, "Oh, and you come all the way, and work is in a cantonment area. You come all the way to this place for work." "Oh, no. Go and look for a car." Then he gave him, "Go and look for a car between this and this amount, and I'll buy it for you." So she went and looked for a car, and the man bought it for her. Yeah, bought it for her. Yeah, bought it for her. Sometimes when I go to Accra, she's my daughter. So when I go to Accra, sometimes I'll just call her and say, "Come and pick me up. I want to sit in your car." Yeah, I want to sit in your car. From time to time, she'll call me and she's with this minister, that minister. One time she was with the minister. She called me. I went there. She was with the minister. I won't mention. Then when I went there, the minister saw me. We talked. He said, "Oh, this lady, I want to help her. Blah 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 blah." Then when I was leaving, the minister, he doesn't know me from anywhere. He gave me $1,000. Yeah. What a blessing. Somebody say, "Ish." In the words of Bishop Dag, "Ish." Are you here? So one of your jobs is you have to be a person who desires to open opportunities for people. It's one thing Ghanaians are not good at. If you know me, every time I'm trying to introduce someone to someone, hey, if I know this is a single guy, nice guy, and this is a nice girl, and then I'll introduce it because I want to open a marriage opportunity for them. Hello? Yeah. But that's God. The Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever does what? So you know what that is? That is opportunity. God opened an opportunity for anyone to get saved. He said, whosoever. No, that's the white man, you know. That's why most black people, they will say, if you see a white man, you've seen God. No, because, you know, for example, if you go to America, America is celebrating its 250th year. And if there's a whosoever, as long as you are qualified, you can make it. As long as you are qualified. Where did they learn that characteristic from? From God. Whosoever, any good society, free society, just society will have a whosoever as long as you can. As long as you have the ability, the opportunity is there. And God, being the CEO of the world, has created an opportunity for whosoever to be saved. Whosoever can come. When the founding fathers of America wrote, we hold this to be self-evident, that all men are given certain alienable rights from God. All men have rights. That right is not from your mother. It's not from your father. It's not even from the state. Do you understand that? Huh? It's the greatest document ever written. Because before, in 250 years, when they wrote that, there is nothing like that in the world. I want to show you something. There was nothing like that in the world. That all men are given rights. And that right is not from their government. It's not from their chief. It's not even from their mother and father. It's from God. For the pursuit of happiness, they have the right to pursue their own happiness, to pursue freedom. They have the right. When they wrote it, their society was not free. Watch this. That's how you know what they were writing came from God. It didn't come from man. It came from God. Because when they wrote that, the people that wrote it owned slaves. The people that wrote that document, that all men are created equal, they owned slaves. Hello? But because the document was written, that document, different groups of people then started coming and said, you have to abide by your ideals. You have to abide by your ideals. All men are created equal. That is why, if you are born in America, you are born free and you are an automatic citizen. So the French gave them what they call Lady Liberty, the Statue of Liberty. It's the French who gifted the people in the New World that, and they built this statue, and it has a little light on top, so that the immigrants who are coming can see the light. It's the light of freedom. any man can come. And as long as you come, if you step on these shores, you are free. So when Martin Luther, Dr. King decided to fight during the civil rights movement, what Dr. King said, I've not even scratched the surface of my sermon, but I'll end wherever and continue next week. What Dr. King said, you know what Dr. King said? What Dr. King said is that black people are the only people, every group of people when they came to America came and they were free. They came free. Black people were the only ones who came to America and they came bound. They came as slaves. They were the only ones who came and were not free. So Frederick Douglass, who was the first elected person, black person in American Congress, Frederick Douglass, you know what Frederick said? He said, what is June 4th? July 4th. July 4th is when America had Independence Day. He said, what is July 4th to the black man? Because when you celebrate Independence Day, we are not free. And over the years, women did not vote. Suffragists came in, but over the years, they have tried to make their society free to the point where anyone can come in and have an opportunity to flourish, an opportunity to do well. That's a God kind of society. Now, America is not a perfect society. Right now, they are struggling with it. It's a fight. Trump is re-questioning everything. Re-questioning everything. And I'm a Donald Trump fan. But A is A and B is B. He's re-questioning everything. So they are struggling with the society. Can this be a society where anyone can come and have an opportunity to do well? So they are trying to shut their doors, close other opportunities, not recognizing that what makes America different from the rest of the world is a place of whosoever can come. America is the only country an immigrant can go and own a palace. Live in the palace. You can have acres of land, and just 15 or 20 years ago, when he came as an immigrant. America is the only place where an Austrian who moved to America at 17 years old can become the governor of California. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger. America is the only place where stuff like that happens. I have a pastor friend in America. He moved to America. I'll close with this. He moved to America when he was I think 22 or 23 or something like that. Then he went and started his church there, and his church began to grow. And then he wanted to go and buy a house. So whilst he's searching for a house, he comes to a place where a man is standing there, and he said, I'm looking for a house to buy, but is there a place I can buy a house? The man said, I don't think so. The houses in this, and all the houses in that area, this is a very rich neighborhood in Connecticut. All the houses in the area, like from $1 million going. Is there a house in this area? The man is looking at me like, people like you don't live in this area, my friend. You should get the memo. So he's about to go. He said, something told him you should ask the man. But, is there a land in this area I can buy and build a house? And the man said, you want to buy a land and build a house? No black man has ever asked me this question before. The man was a lawyer. So I have a plot of land behind here, and I'm selling it. And he mentioned the price. Huh? But I want it. And he asked him, why do you want it? He said, since I was young and I lived in Ghana, every time I see the White House, I'm like, I want a house with pillars like the White House. So I want to build something like that. The man looked and said, huh? No black man has ever told me this. You want to build a house like the white man. You have dreams, young man. I want to help you. I will give you, I'll allow you to buy it 60. So if it's 100%, pay 60% of the price. He said even that one, he didn't have the money. So he said yes. Then he left. Then he brought 30% to the man. He said, this is what I can pay for now. Can you give me some time? The man gave him a flexible payment. Allowed him to pay. Then God began to bless him in Connecticut. Bless his ministry. He began to do well. I went to his house. I sat in his house. I ate in his house. I sat by his big pool. He has a house that looks just like the White House. And the person who gave him that land was Trump's former lawyer. Only millionaires and billionaires live in that area. America is the only place. He told me, he said, when I came to America, I didn't even speak good English. So I didn't really go to school. My wife is the one who started teaching me how to write proper and certain things. I didn't know anything. Whosoever can come. Opportunity. I'm saying all this to get to a point. Any church that does not create opportunity for anyone to be saved is not a good church. You didn't hear what I said? Any church that does not create an opportunity for anyone to come, whosoever, to be saved, is not a good church. And our job is to create opportunity. So anybody that comes here can say, you know what? I got the opportunity to serve in Saltcity. I got the opportunity to be saved in Saltcity. In Saltcity, they created an opportunity for me to be a part of what God is doing in His kingdom. Stand to you.